Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Anthony, and if you couldn't tell, I still got the cold, so my voice is a little bit off, and this is Groper Fitness. What's good? Anyways, we got a question from a subscriber. Your name is like Fred Crow or something. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, and I don't know if that's your real name or not, so we're just going to go with Fred Crow. It starts with an F. That's what I remember. Anyways, this video is about the chest. I wrote down my routine on my phone, so I'm going to be reading it off here just to make sure. I just wrote down just to make sure, I don't mess up or miss an exercise for you. What I will say is that my chest routine, it might seem pretty long, but it goes by pretty fast. So anyways, let's get into it. This is my chest routine, and I'll tell you what I've gotten from it and the results I've gotten, and people who have also tried it, what they've gotten from it. So anyways, let's just jump into it. I'll tell you my chest routine. If you want to write this down or like save this video or whatever, then go ahead and do that. I'll just read it off to you. So anyways, each exercise here is for 3 sets, performed at 8 to 12 reps. 12 reps would get you bigger, because it's more reps, more muscle tearing, but you can perform it at 8 to 12. Anyway, 8, just don't go lower than 8, because late is, I said late. 8 is very good reps for you to build muscle. Anything lower than 8, like if you're only doing 5 and you're struggling at the 5th rep, it's going to be more strength building, more towards the side of strength. You're going to build mass, but you won't build that much mass. So when you're going for mass, then you want to perform at 8 to 12 reps. So, anyways, let me unlock my phone. Alright, yeah, so remember, 3 sets for each exercise, 8 to 12 reps. Now, I warm up. This is the only thing that's not 3 sets. I warm up with flies. I do a pyramid style. Now, there's not a certain weight. Obviously, you're going to have to tune the weight to yourself because, what I lift is different than what you lift. Same for everybody else. So, basically, I'll start at a weight that's good for me. I don't even have, the weights recorded. I just start off at weights that I know my body, so I know what I can handle. So you might have to play around with this. But just start off at a weight and do 8 reps. Then you want to go up to a higher weight and do 6 reps. And then go up to a pretty heavy weight and do 4 reps. And then go back down. Yeah, and that's pretty much a pyramid set. It's when you go up and you go back down. Okay. Alright, so after that, I move on to a flat bench press. So, remember, you're warming up with flies. Then you're going to a flat bench press. From a flat bench press, you're going to go to an incline bench press, which is going to hit your upper pectorals. Then from incline bench press, you can find a cable crossover, or if you don't have a cable crossover at your gym, a lot of gyms will have, people do tricep extensions on them. I don't know what they're called, but sometimes they'll have them stacked up across from each other, and you can just move the cables to the top and take it and do crossovers like that, or you can put it at the bottom and do other crossovers. So the bottom ones are the upper cable crossovers. That is when you have both cables on the bottom and you're coming up right here like this. Your foot would be forward. Your stance would be like, you can't see my stance, but you get it. A stance where you're stable at, and you take them, make sure your back is straight, and you just come here like this, and you're pulling both the cables up, really squeezing out that upper chest. If you take your arm and go up right here, you'd probably feel your chest come out. If you go in between the center of your chest, you'd probably feel this pectoral coming out more. You'd almost feel like the cut in your pec if your chest is big enough for that. But yeah, anyways, if you take your arm like this and you bring it up here, you'll feel your upper pec flex. Now, if you take your hand from down here and you bring it here, you'll feel your lower pec flex. So that's it's isolating your upper pec and your lower pec. So that's very good for, bringing up your upper pecs. So anyways, after you do your upper crossover, you do your lower crossover, and then from there, I move on to the chest press machine. If you don't know what that is, that's a machine. It's a seated bench press. Basically, you sit down, and it's a seated bench press with the machine. Now, the reason why I do the seated bench press is because I feel like it burns my chest out more. Now, the reason why I don't like to do that, you could probably also do this on a Smith machine, because the seated bench press is already stable for you. It's already stabilized, so you don't need any stabilizer muscles, so you can push more weight. Same with a Smith machine. Since you're not stabilizing yourself, it's already stabilized for you. You're just pushing the weight up, which makes it a lot easier, which is why sometimes your maxes on a Smith machine aren't as much, because when you're on a regular bench press, you have to stabilize yourself. Sometimes the weight is shaking while you're going up. On the Smith machine, the only thing you have to worry about is pushing it up. You don't have to worry about coming down too low and the weight falls, or coming up too high and you slam it back. So that's why on the chest machine, I wouldn't, if you're strength training, don't use a chest machine. that's nonsense, because then you have no stabilizers. But for bodybuilding, if you're trying to gain mass, like, that's just gonna tear up your pectoral so much on that chest machine. Like, you can just manipulate it a lot just by bringing it back more. Like, you can really get a nice stretch and then just shoot it up real nice. And you can feel your muscles tearing. Make sure when you're on the chest machine, like, to get the most out of it, like, stay up here and like just flex your pecs and let them just like soak up in blood. Like, get all that good stuff in there, and then while you're coming down, make it a real slow negative. Negatives is what really tears your muscle fibers. So you're really just coming down really nice and then just popping it up. Now, I would say come down faster, slower, my bad, come down slower than you go up, because the negative is what really tears up the muscle fibers. It's going to put a lot of mass in your chest. So again, in case you didn't write it down, I'll tell you again what it was. It's, you go for pyramid style flies, then you go to a flat bench press, to an incline bench press, to an upper cable crossover, to a lower cable crossover, to a chest press machine, which leads for 1 warm-up exercise and 5 regular exercises. That might seem like a lot to you. If it is, go ahead and feel free to take out any exercise you want. Just, that's my routine. If you need to manipulate it for your needs and stuff, then go right ahead. But that's my routine that I do, and I got results with it pretty fast. I would say after the second week, like, if anybody knows, like, once you hit the gym, like, once you convert from push-ups and flies with dumbbells, and you actually convert to going to a gym, like, if you've done that, you know the results you get with push-ups and stuff isn't that much. If anything, your chest comes out a little bit. Once you start hitting cable crossovers and actual bench press, and you start hitting real weight, your chest, like, it just develops dramatically. Like, you'll get the roundedness at right here, how it curves up. Now, probably your chest right now, if you have no results in your chest is probably just flat. It's almost like squared off. Now, if you see those bodybuilders, they have that nice round pec that's like really like just defined and cut. And I can see my pec right now starting to form a little bit of circular. It's like a little circle at the top. It's kind of curved at the top, and then it goes back to a little bit square. So I have a lot of development to do in my pec. But this routine has really helped me out. It's helped out my friends that I've given them this exercise to, this thing when they work out with me. Sometimes they come on chest day and they tell me that routine, they really feel it and they like very sore the next day. But if it's too much for you, just take it easy, ease into it, and yeah. Anyways, I hope this helped. If you have any other questions regarding anything with chest or anything on how to work out and stuff, then leave the comment below. I hope I answered your question. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you tell your friends.